Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Sal here. FreeStockPicks.org is the website. I know it's been a minute, but I'm back with part one of the series that I promised you guys. And a lot of you guys know my story. You know how I started with $100, and now I trade to make a living. And a lot of people wonder, man, how do you do it with such little money? How did you do it? And I swear I told you guys what the secret was. I made a video on it that's still on my page on YouTube talking about business credit. But for whatever reasons, that's not one of my most popular videos. But using business credit was the secret that I used to build my penny stock trading business and my personal wealth. And I'm going to share more of that to you guys today because that's really the key to really getting from poverty to where you want to be. You need to learn how to build your business credit profile. And that's by using an investment vehicle like a corporation or an LLC. Again, my name is Sal, or that's what I go by. Uh, my name is actually Sally Nungu, but I have a long African name. My middle name is long as hell, so I just say people just call me Sal. Okay, just call me Sal. All right, for those of you who know me, I'm a college grad. I started, making videos on YouTube in 2012, toward the end of my senior year in college. I graduated in 2013. I eventually moved to New York, where my dream was to become a municipal bond trader. See, my goal was to kind of end up like Sean, gosh, I forgot the guy's name, in the movie Wall Street. But anyway, I was hoping that I would run into my own personal Gordon Gekko who would see my hunger and my thirst for wealth and put me on. Unfortunately, I quickly realized that because I didn't go to a top 10 school like Brown or Princeton or Yale, that I wasn't going to be shit, and they really let you know that you ain't shit out there. So I found myself with the $7,000 that I had saved up my junior and senior year. Within 6 months, I was practically down to about $85. I was broke, living on the couch of my buddies. And anybody who's lived with anyone else and you don't have money, eventually you become a burden to that person. And I literally was homeless for about a week until I just couldn't do it anymore. I was living in a shelter. I called my parents and I said, Mom and Dad, look, I'm broke. I've lost everything. And they sent me out some money and kind of helped me out. It wasn't a lot, and I knew it took a lot for them to give that money to me. But I made a commitment to myself that I would never, ever be in a situation like that again. America wouldn't give me a job, so I realized I had to go out and create one. I had gotten to a point where I was literally tired of being poor. And that's the point where you have to get to. You have to get to a point where you are literally tired, angry about being poor. Because only then will you decide to make the decisions to change your life. Eventually, I got my money up. I ended up at a bullshit T-Mobile job selling at the time the Note 2. Samsung Galaxies had really just kind of took off. So I think it was like Samsung Galaxy 3, the S3, and then the Note 2. Those were the big phones at the time. Eventually, I made a couple $1,000s there at T-Mobile. Those phones were selling like hotcakes. I got pretty good commissions at that job. I got eventually into stock promoting. I moved back to Detroit, and I got into stock promoting towards 2013, early 2014. Stock promoting is a great thing for those of you guys who are people persons like me. If you like to talk to people and you're really good at sales, stock promoting is really great. You can meet people online who will never show you their face or even their name, but they will send you $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 just to make a video about a particular stock. So, but make sure you take advantage of it because the highs go up really high and they come down really, really fast. Another thing I'd like you to know about me, I'm still not rich. I'm still not where I want to be. Although I've replaced my income, I don't have a 9-to-5 job. I have my own home now. I no longer live in the ghettos of Detroit. And I no longer ask my parents for money. In fact, I'm sending my parents money. I'm still not a millionaire. I really want to be a millionaire. But, as I continue to grow, I continue to get even better and better. And as I teach you, I learn too. So that's what excites me about giving out information to you guys because it forces me to go out and seek new things, and more importantly, do some review on things that I think I know and I really don't. All right, so before you guys get started trading, number one, you got to get a vision before everything, okay? You've got to get a vision of the lifestyle you want. All right, and for me, I was a nerd in high school. I wasn't really a popular guy. My parents were immigrants from Africa. I was very poor. I remember till today being called African booty scratcher. I mean, because that's what the kids called Africans at that time. This is 96, 97. They called us African booty scratchers because that's what I guess there was a popular movie, Friday or something like that at that time. And that's what they called us kids. We were poor, we didn't have much, but our parents really believed in us and they understood that this is the country for us. And they came here to give us a better opportunity. And I'm forever grateful for my parents. So that's why if you Hispanics out there, I really, you guys, I talk to some of you guys and you talk about how you want to take advantage of this country. I definitely understand where you're coming from. As black and brown people, that's really what binds us together, is the idea that we just want the best for ourselves and the best for our children. All right, so going on, vision boards. If you can take advantage, get yourself a vision board, put on that board everything that you want about the future. All right, so for me, I just wanted the opportunity to go to the club, throw racks, beautiful women, a nice home. I'm from Detroit, so I need a big body Chrysler or a Cadillac. Personally, for me, I love the Chrysler 300s, all leather, black on black, everything. I'm happy, okay? You guys like BMWs or Mercedes or Jags, that's you. I always love to travel too. I just recently got the opportunity to go to the Dominican Republic. Oh my God, the honeys there are so fine, dog, so fine. But that's a whole different conversation. Also, really get into the motivation. Some of my favorite motivational speakers, Eric Thomas, Les Brown, Tyrese, those are guys who make little videos here and there. Eric Thomas and Les Brown, that's being their, how they make their money. But Tyrese here and there, he puts out some really good stuff. But get into getting that daily motivation. Watch motivational videos. There are tons of them on YouTube. All right, listen to motivational music. For me, I love Future. I love 50 Cent, early 50 Cent, not the 50 Cent now. He's not as hungry as he used to be. But one of the things 50 Cent used to say, especially on this song that I'm playing right now, he's always used to say, man, the top is so much better than the bottom, so much better. I mean, I listen to that song at least once a day because I don't want to be a window shopper. You know what I'm saying? And I want to be a guy who can drive around, buy what he wants, mess around with beautiful women, buy them expensive things, and guess what? It's nothing to me, It's just part of the lifestyle. Number four on this list, you want to build some accountability for yourself. So I always tell people what I do. See, I show my face. I tell people my name. Look, I am a stock trader. I love penny stocks under $10 a share. This is what I want to do because it helps me build accountability. So when I'm walking through the mall or just out and about and some people recognize me, hey, they know what I'm about. And it forces me to be accountable to my craft, okay? People know who I am. My friends from high school have seen my videos. They're like, man, I didn't know you were doing all this. I was like, yes, dude, this is what I do. This is what I do for a living. I trade stocks, okay? And at the end, fight for a greater purpose. For me, it was about having a great lifestyle, but not only that, but just allowing my parents to see that I turned out into a great son and being a good son. So for those of you who've got a great relationship with your family and your parents, make sure you strive to be the best you can be, because those are people who have invested so much in you, and you want to make sure that you make that investment worthwhile for them and say, look, mom, look, dad, look, uncle, look, auntie, look at what I've done for that, and thank you so much for investing me. I really appreciate that. Here's a check for $10,000. And let me tell you guys something. Nothing puts a smile on your family's face when you can cut a check for cash money. That is the greatest feeling in the world. I love giving my family money. It makes me feel good. Now, a lot of people say, why do you push the stock market so much? Well, number one, it's a colorblind playing field. See, the stock market is really the only place where you can go fill out an application to, join a brokerage, and they don't ask you what your race is. See, when you apply for a job, one of the first questions on the application is what's your race? That is an opportunity for you to be discriminated against. See, when you're in a stock market, everybody has whatever amount of money they're working with, and it's an even playing field at the stock market, at the penny stock level. Now, once you get up to the billion, $3 billion, $4 billion and up, then yeah, you're messing with all kind of digital computer systems and all that. You can't compete with those guys. But at this level, at the stocks $10 and under, with caps at less than $1 billion, really less than 500 million is where I like to be at. You can compete. All right, there's an incredibly low cost of entry. You can start with as little as $100. Really is what I mean. That's where I started at. It's a very liquid market, unlike real estate. Where it requires you so much time, so much money up front, and more importantly, I've seen so many brothers and sisters, Hispanics as well, and Asians, and white people for that matter, get creamed in real estate. If you don't know what you're doing, and if you're not lucky, you can really lose on a lot of money in real estate, and you can get stuck if you don't know what you're doing. 3, the stock market allows you to incorporate. You can actually trade a company brokerage account. So you can, from day one, incorporate and create an investment vehicle for yourself to build your wealth from day one. And this is business ownership, and this is what is so important. As people of color, you really want to focus on business ownership, okay? We want to get into a situation where we're calling the shots, and there's no better, place is than the stock market, because literally for $100 and the internet connection, okay, you can become a CEO of your own mutual fund, of your own investment house, okay? Your own Citigroup, basically from the comfort of your own home. It's real. And look, you don't have to be a millionaire. Just start thinking about, how can I replace the income I bring into my home right now? First things you guys got to need. Number one, you got to get serious about the internet, okay? Stop coming to the internet to make yourself laugh, I understand the internet can be a place to waste time, but that's not what it has to be for you. We have to make sure that we're looking at the internet as a place as the information superhighway, okay? The original concept of the internet was to share information that's going to really drive and move the world forward. And for a lot of people, that's what it does. But not for enough people. For so many of us people of color, the internet is a place where we waste time spending it on World Star and Mediatek and just a bunch of stupid websites that waste our time, and more importantly, don't put any knowledge in your head or any money in your pocket. All right, so get introduced to a new set of group or websites. Udemy, or I hope I'm saying it right, Udemy, Khan Academy. Get to learn how to use torrents, Private Bay, Kick-Ass torrents, and use BitTorrent to download those torrents from those websites. Look, I've gotten so much quality education from Khan Academy and Pirate Bay, downloading videos off those websites. I think I've gotten more of an education from torrents than I had in all 4 years of college. I honestly believe that. Number 3, watch CNBC, okay? CNBC gives a lot of shitty advice, but more importantly, you just want to get those really beginner concepts and ways to think about trading stocks. You want to, focus and envision yourself and think about wealth, because CNBC is all about showing people with wealth, talking about money, people who are into money. Learn who these people are and what they're about, because it's really going to help you get to the next level once you understand the basics. All right, for those of you, please buy a laptop. I can't believe when I look at my YouTube statistics how many of you guys are looking at my videos through a cell phone. Look, I understand cell phones, you can do a lot with them, but you can't do what you can do on a laptop. All right, if you guys want to trade seriously, you need to get yourself a laptop. All right, I took this little thing right off eBay. This is a live thing on eBay right now. By the time you watch this, it might be gone whenever you decide to watch this in the future. But but go out and get yourself a laptop. All right, 200 bucks. Most of the free is the shipping is free. Get yourself a nice, and this is it's not the greatest laptop in the world, but it's going to be able to get you in the door, get your business started. All right, 200 bucks, get yourself a decent laptop, and get yourself in the door with trading. Okay, buy a laptop, guys. Come on, stop using cell phones now. All right, so let's get into some of the brokers right now. Look, I'm not going to go deep into breaking them all down. At the end of the day, my number one broker, I believe, is TD Ameritrade. Why? Because you don't need any money to start. Let me see that again. You don't need any money to start at TD Ameritrade. Okay? If you don't have any money right now, but you know in the future you're going to have money, get yourself a TD Ameritrade account. Go to tdameritrade.com right now. Open a trading account. It's absolutely free. If you have a social security number, you can start it. It's free, okay? If you got a 9-to-5 job, what you want to do is you want to ask your HR, look, I want to start moving some of my paycheck into this trading account that I have. All right, TD Ameritrade is going to give you an account number and a routing number, and you can start moving some of your paycheck into that TD Ameritrade account. It's amazing how fast you're going to be able to build your trading account once some of that check starts going into that, okay? If you have a 9-to-5 job, I don't want you to quit your job. Use your 9-to-5 to drive your business for now until you can your side hustle starts making more than your 9-to-5, and it can happen. It very much can happen. All right. E-Trade is number 2. E-Trade, again, very, very strong brokerage. I still use E-Trade. It's still a really, really great brokerage, but it does require you to have $500 to start. And I'm well aware that some of you guys watching this don't have $500. Number 3, Fidelity. Fidelity, again, great, great brokerage. And by the way, all 3 of these give you the opportunity to use a corporation to trade. Okay, Fidelity is really great, $2,500 to start. I really love their customer service. Oh my God, their customer service is so professional, so on the ball of everything. If they tell you that, hey, we're going to call you at 5, they're going to call you at 4:58. They're that good when it comes to customer service. E-Trade too as well, great customer service. TD, don't get me wrong, great customer service as well as that, but you can't beat free. And I love TD Ameritrade starting free with little or no money. So look, folks, if you got $25, you can start a TD Ameritrade account. If you got a 9-to-5, I don't care if you work at McDonald's, you've got no excuse to not be trading. They offer free level 2 quotes as well, free software. So you really can't go wrong with trading penny stocks. And when I say penny stocks, I'm not talking about stocks under $1, okay? That's OTC stuff. Don't get me wrong, I used to love OTC, but now I'm in the NASDAQ. I mean, there's just so many great opportunities in NASDAQ. You don't really need to go that low, guys. Focus on the NASDAQ. They're great, easy companies. It's liquid, and more importantly, it's just, there's just more money there, okay? There's more money there. All right, so again, when we talked about building business credit, you want to, of course, incorporate, and using incorporation, you can get your trading out of your own name, okay? Get it out of your name. You want to get yourself a corporation and use the tax benefits that this country builds for people who have a corporation. If you have a corporation, the United States of America, gives you all kinds of great tax benefits specifically for you. Okay, they create an opportunity for you to keep more money in your pocket because you're a company, because you own a wealth vehicle. That is so important. And again, a great thing about why I love TD Ameritrade is that, look, the account minimums, there is no minimum initial deposit to open account. So you can incorporate in whatever state you have. Go ahead, go to that website, State of California Corporation, State of Mississippi Corporation, State of Michigan Corporations, whatever state you're in, go there, incorporate, do it yourself. It's very cheap. Okay, don't go to these websites where they're going to pay you $400 to incorporate. Okay, do it yourself, and then get your federal EIN number, because that's free. All right, so once you incorporate, you're going to get your federal FEIN number. Then you're going to open up your TD Ameritrade account, okay? And guess what? There's no initial deposit required. There, all you need is a corporate entity. All right, and you can start trading and taking advantage of the tax benefits, taking out of your own name. Then you can start writing off your internet bill. Everything you do, you can write it off. All right, and you can use it to build a credit building vehicle, guys. You've got to learn how to start using information to build wealth. A lot of people ask me, how did you go from $100 to where you are now? Ladies and gentlemen, I used building business credit. I made a video about it 2 years ago. Okay? You can use business credit to finance your penny stock. It's going to take some time, but slowly but surely, if you know what you're going to do, and I'm going to talk to you about it here, you can finance your own business using business credit. From the days of the Romans, wealthy people have used business credit, okay, OPM, other people's money, to finance their businesses. It's no different in trading. All right, I don't care what anybody says. I'm always going to use other people's money to trade. All right, there's nothing to lose here. All right, if your parents can't give you money like some of those other guys did, I'm not going to name names, but I borrowed $11,000 from my parents. Look, I could never borrow that kind of money. Okay, let's be realistic with where we're starting at. If you have the opportunity, get yourself incorporated. If you got the money, incorporate. All right, so let's talk about incorporation. It varies state by state. I've seen it as cheap as $15, I think, in Wyoming, to as high as $125. I thought I saw in Tennessee. Okay, if you can, buy an aged corporation or a shelf corporation. I don't care what anybody says; these still work. Okay, the corporation I run, it was incorporated in 1901. All right, that's in 1901. It cost a lot of money to buy, but when I apply for a line of credit, I get it because they see the years of I have been incorporated. They see the assets in the company, and I get approved. Okay, and I'm going to show you how eventually as I continue to build the series. All right. So of course you're going to get your federal EIN number. That's really important. You can get that free. And by the way, on the incorporation, on Shelf Corp, never spend more than $1,000. Okay. If you're seeing people selling it for more than that, you're not looking hard enough. Really dig hard. Dig hard. You can find great websites that are selling them dirt cheap for companies that are 2 years old, 3 years old, 5 years old. If you want to go as high as I did, it's going to cost you money. All right. Setting up separate accounts. Okay, so you want to definitely set up accounts for your business phone and checking. Once you incorporate, you definitely want to go down to the bank, get yourself a business checking account, get yourself a business check card. All right, get your routing numbers, all that stuff. You want to get that together. All right, you definitely want to get yourself a business phone line in your home. Okay, get yourself a business line. It's really important. All right, you definitely want to apply for your business license and permits. Okay, you don't really need any permits, but you definitely want to get yourself a business license. More than likely, your city has something where you can gotta go in there and apply for a business license. Okay, you definitely want to get a business license saying you're a home-based business. Okay, you don't have to lie or anything like that. Say, look, I'm an independent trader, but I'm very interested in getting a business license. All right. After that, of course, you want to definitely get some business trade accounts. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that in a coming slide. You want to get your business credit number, the DUNS number. Again, go to that video that I made about 2 or 3 years ago now, when I talk about getting your DUNS number. Okay, let's talk about building business credit. All right, you want to go and watch that website. All right, look, and here a $10,000 credit line. Let me tell you something right now. If you follow great directions, okay, there is absolutely no excuse for 3 months from now, 90 days, okay, 120 days, you can get a $10,000 credit line. All right, if you've got a job, you're willing to open up some trading lines, make a few transactions, in 90 days, you should be able to apply for a credit card and be approved for a $10,000 credit line. Okay, that's very, very doable, especially if you've got a shelf corporation. Okay, but even regardless, you should be able to do it. By the way, when you incorporate, you always want to incorporate in your state. If you buy an aged or shelf corporation, You always want to buy that corporation that's in your state, okay? Please don't, you know, incorporate in places like, you know, Wyoming and all that. If you don't live in Wyoming, incorporate in your state. It's so much easier to take care of business when you're in the state where you're incorporated. So when it comes to building business credit, you want to focus on companies that offer business credit with no personal information. So companies like Dell and Kinko and Fry's, Home Depot, you can go there and open business lines of credit. And now you don't want to go crazy on that, but you know, go there and get yourself some business credit and pay them off early so you can, you know, build that DUNS credit for profile I talked to you about. All right, because these are all going to be reporting to your DUNS number. Okay, they're all going to report your business to DUNS. Okay, so you Dun and Bradstreet. So you definitely want to make sure you're paying your bills. And let me tell you guys, the greatest thing in the world is to be able to replace your technology every year. I get a fresh, beautiful laptop every year because I've got business credit with Dell. Okay, and I'm able to finance my computers if I want to. And every year I'm on a little thing where I can recycle, basically sell my laptop back to them and get another one. Gas cards. Okay, gas cards are really easy to get. Go out and get your, once you incorporate, get your, again, your EIN number, DUNS number, get yourself a gas card. All right, you're going to be approved for maybe $500 if you're lucky, maybe even $300. You know, use the gas card, get your points, pay it off early. Build up your business credit, guys. It's so important because, again, you want to turn around and start applying for those loans, and you want to get that big line of credit. You want to get approved for those $10,000, $15,000, $50,000, $100,000 credit lines. That is very, very possible. Okay, $100,000 is a lot of money to these companies. Okay, it is not a lot of money. If you think $100,000 is a lot of money to your bank, you're fooling yourself. Okay, your local bank up the street is writing loans every day to multi-million-dollar developers for millions of dollars. Okay, your $150,000 line of credit is nothing to them. All right, so you've got to think differently about money. These banks want to give you the money. Okay, they want to give it to you, but you've got to follow the policy. You've got to give them, you know, the vision that you have to pay them back. All right, so it's so important. All right, so another thing is you got to get the training, guys. I have a link below that talks about getting the training with us here at Tim Sykes. All right, sign up for his program. He's the best teacher out there. You know, I had my issues with him at the beginning because when I couldn't afford it, I was frustrated. Man, I can't believe this guy's charging all this money. But guess what? When I started making money, and then I realized, you know, look, it's totally worth it. In fact, he's too cheap. I mean, I hope he never hears this, but Tim Sykes is too cheap. Like, honestly, he should be charging $500 a month for what he's really giving away, because one trade really pays for his education. And, you know, if you're tripping on what he's charging a month for his training, you ain't ready to make any real money. Let's be honest, man. If you tripping on $150, $200, you ain't really ready to make, you know, $5,000, $10,000 a month, man. If you tripping on $200, you ain't really ready to make that kind of money, okay? And not only that, but you're not ready to make money if you're afraid to lose money, because trading is losing money. Losing money comes with trading. And if you hesitating when you down $80, you hesitating when you down $200, man, you really have to reevaluate whether or not this is really for you. All right, so again, you can really get training as well on sites like Yahoo Finance, on the message boards, and, you know, studying the graphs, stockcharts.com, and I mean, what other websites? Howthemarketworks.com, Investors Hub, you know, using forums. There are tons of free trading clubs out there, so you can get training, okay? But you want to get professional trading. That's why I have the link below. Join us at Timothy Sykes' website. Sign up for one of his services. I have a link again below. Click on it, look at what he's offering, look at what the other people are offering, and join us, folks. All right, don't this is not a time to be hesitating. You want to get off the bandwagon, then it requires you to make an investment in yourself. All right, so this is just, again, part one of my series, guys. I'm really excited about this. I've got so much more to teach you guys, but this is just part one, okay? More is coming. I hope I got you excited to start this new journey in owning your own business. Thank you guys so much for watching. God bless. Stop slowing yourself down. Go get yourself a trading account. Get incorporated. Start your business now. Your future is depending on you. Your family's depending on you, and you are depending on you to make great decisions. And I need you to start making them now, okay? Now, NOW, okay? Change your life, but you've got to make the decision to do so. All right, guys, please, again, visit my website, subscribe if you can, if you want to, and hey, join me. All right, let's go on this journey together. All right, guys, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.